EastEnders hostage fallout confirmed as Kat and Zoe's storyline shifts in new direction. Kat and Zoe Slater's fragile bond has been under constant strain since Zoe's sudden return to Albert Square, with her repeatedly threatening to walk away whenever Kat presses her for details about her time away. But things could be about to shift next week. Earlier this week, Kat, Zoe and Stacy were taken hostage at the Vic by Greg. During the tense standoff, Zoe's secret finally came to light. She had given birth to twins, one of whom died, while the other was given up. The Slaters eventually managed to overpower Greg, and when Jack Branning and Ravi appeared on the scene, they twisted the truth so Greg could be blamed for Zoe's shooting. But that isn't the only development set to reshape the story. In episodes airing next week, the Slater family are still shaken by the terrifying incident. Kat, Stacy and Alfie Moon push Zoe for answers about her past, but their patience runs thin when she remains unwilling to open up. Later in the week, on Thursday's 25th of September installment, Kat convinces Stacy to help her set up a memorial for Zoe's late child. This moment sparks a change in Zoe as she begins to soften toward her mother, hinting at a possible turning point in their strained relationship. Meanwhile, Sharon Watts will make her much-anticipated return, walking straight back into major drama and clearly unimpressed with what she finds. A source for the BBC soap teased, fans haven't forgotten the bitter history between Sharon and Zoe. Den forced Zoe to pretend she was pregnant with Dennis's baby to keep Sharon apart from him. On top of that, Den seduced Zoe, and she also played a role in covering up his murder by Chrissy Watts. With so much bad blood, it's hardly a shock that any truce between them won't last long. EastEnders fans worry Joel Marshall plot could turn darker after tense moment. EastEnders viewers were left unsettled tonight as Vicky Fowler faced an intimidating confrontation with her stepson Joel Marshall in what many described as a scary exchange. Since joining the show earlier this year, Joel has been nothing but trouble, showing nasty behavior and openly misogynistic attitudes. With his father Ross spending more time away on business, the responsibility of looking after Joel has fallen on Vicky, and things have been spiraling. In yesterday's episode, Vicky discovered that Joel and Tommy had bunked off school to attend a Drake Zagan event. When she and Kathy arrived to drag them home, Joel was furious and verbally lashed out at them, with others joining in. Frustrated, Vicky turned to Julie, a teacher with 3 decades of experience, hoping she could get through to Joel. But during their talk, Joel sneered that feminism is a joke, adding, "All women are asked to do is value themselves, and most can't even manage that." He also spoke harshly about his mother, who cheated on his dad, while denying that his resentment toward women stemmed from her actions. Julie later gave Vicky some supportive advice and asked to be kept updated, but things took a turn when Joel got home. "She thinks she knows everything," he snapped, before insulting Nigel as a soft-headed loser. Moments later, Joel stepped up to Vicky's face and threatened, "Don't ever humiliate me like that again. Got it?" before storming away, leaving her shaken. Fans rushed to social media to share their worries. One wrote on X, "That final scene between Joel and Vicky was really dark, really fast. I think he might end up hurting her." Another added, "Thank God Sharon is back on Monday. If anyone can reach Joel, maybe it's her." A third said, "Somebody, anybody, needs to put Joel in his place, and soon." Vicky isn't the only one living in fear. Over at the Vic, Kat, Zoe and Stacy tried to buy Greg off with money to keep safe. In the chaos, Greg was knocked out once again, and Zoe told Jack and Ravi that he was the one who had shot her, unaware it was Jack who pulled the trigger. Seeing an opportunity, Jack and Ravi allowed Greg to take the blame. Meanwhile, Tommy stumbled into the pub during Greg's knife threat and later ran outside for help while Jack and Ravi argued. But when Joel asked what he had done, Tommy lied and claimed, "I lamped him, gave him a few punches." Joel praised him, saying, "Good lad, protecting your family, I'm proud of you." But what happens when Joel learns the truth, and how much darker could his storyline get? Fans speculate Zoe's daughter may still be alive, as newcomer Jasmine arrives in Walford. EastEnders is about to welcome a fresh face to Albert Square, and the news has already sent viewers into a frenzy of speculation. Next week, a mysterious young woman named Jasmine makes her debut, and many fans are convinced she could have a surprising family connection to Zoe Slater. According to spoilers, Jasmine will arrive in Walford looking for work and head straight to the Albert. Cindy Beale, who is currently managing the bar, isn't sure at first about hiring her. However, Jasmine's bold personality and go-getter attitude soon win Cindy over, and she offers her the job on the spot. Jasmine's arrival doesn't just catch Cindy's attention. Oscar also becomes instantly captivated by the newcomer and is determined to get close to her. But the big question remains, who is Jasmine really? Could her sudden appearance be tied to one of the square's most dramatic secrets? Could Jasmine be Zoe's long-lost daughter? Fans online are already convinced that Jasmine's introduction is no coincidence. When Zoe Slater revealed during the tense Vic hostage situation that she had given birth to twins, one who sadly died and another she gave up, alarm bells rang for many viewers. Some believe that Zoe never properly confirmed the death of her daughter at the hospital, opening the door to the possibility that the child survived and has now turned up in Walford under the name Jasmine. There's a huge chance Jasmine is Zoe's daughter, one fan wrote on X. The timeline works perfectly. She looks about 19, which matches the age Zoe's daughter would be now. Plus, spoilers hint she catches Oscar's eye straight away. Another viewer declared, "I'm calling it early. Jasmine is definitely Zoe's kid." A third agreed, adding, "This twist would be massive. Imagine Zoe realizing her daughter is alive all this time. And if Jasmine starts dating Oscar, who's Max's son, that would make it even more explosive." Others have pointed out how EastEnders loves pulling off long-running twists with hidden family members, and Jasmine could be the latest in that tradition. Jasmine's first week in Walford. In her debut scenes, Jasmine arrives at the Albert just as Cindy decides to fire Mo from her bar job. Spotting an opportunity, Jasmine immediately asks Cindy for work. Initially, Cindy isn't convinced and turns her away, but Jasmine's persistence and confident energy impress her, and she ends up being offered the position. Elsewhere, Oscar is bowled over by Jasmine and goes out of his way to impress her. After some playful exchanges, he decides to take things further, stealing a shirt from the market to try and win her over. While Oscar sees it as a daring romantic gesture, Cindy is unimpressed and quickly warns Jasmine to steer clear of him. This leaves Jasmine with a choice. Will she listen to Cindy's advice and keep her distance, or will her curiosity about Oscar lead her straight into drama? What's next for Zoe and Jasmine? If Jasmine does turn out to be Zoe's daughter, the revelation would send shockwaves through the Slater family. Zoe has been struggling with her past ever since returning to the square, and discovering that her daughter is alive could change everything for her and Kat. The truth would also create fallout with Oscar and the Brannings, adding yet another layer of tension to the already tangled web of relationships in Walford. For now, fans will have to wait and see, but one thing is clear: Jasmine's arrival is no small coincidence, and her presence is bound to shake up Albert Square in a big way. EastEnders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.